made you say yes to the Cubs?
Honestly, it was a place to win. I feel like a storied franchise, a place that offered stability for my family and myself, and a team that I felt like could be playing meaningful games deep into October for the next 5 years. And like I said earlier, for me, it's my family and baseball, and I want to win. I feel like I know that's what drives me every single day when I wake up in the morning. And there's something about postseason baseball that's just you want it. It's the feeling is unbelievable, and I hope to climb all the way to the top of the mountain with these guys in this clubhouse and win a World Series here.
It's awesome. You know, when you say that, and it makes all the sense in the world because you're investing in a team for the next 5 years of your life, this prime part of your career. So what do you check out? What do you investigate? What do you ask of them? Do you ask if they're going to trade certain guys or not? Do you ask about the development path or like the timeline of the franchise? How does that work from your perspective?
Well, I think early on in this process, just talking with Jed and Carter and a lot of the Cubs staff on our Zoom call right at the beginning of the winter, they expressed to me that they want to win and they were going to do anything it takes to win. And we kind of dove into their systems, processes, how they thought about the game, how they thought I could improve as a player, and how they thought this team could improve, and showed the roadmap for where this team's going. And I believe them. I think this team's going to be very special.
You've been around some very, very good and very smart franchises. When Theo got here and Jed, they revamped everything, and we learned a lot in this town about like what you need. Is what the Cubs have institutionally, organizationally, is it up there with the best organizations in the game?
Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%. And for me, one of the things that you need first and foremost is the people. And from the Cubs front office to the coaching staff to the guys in that clubhouse, they're winners. And I'm looking forward to taking the field with them.
Everything that I have heard or read about you talks about how you're wired. And it's the dedication to craft. It's the hard work in the cage. It's all of these things. Where did that come from? How did you get to be that type of player?
Well, I think at an early age I fell in love with the game of baseball. And my parents always told me that if I wanted to be good at something, I needed to be obsessed with it. So I loved baseball, and I wanted to dedicate my life to it and do everything I possibly could to be the best baseball player I can be. And now, after this will be year 10, I still wake up every single morning wanting to win a championship and wanting to improve at the game of baseball. And I think just the constant chase of improvement is something that I love about this game.
Is it hard when you're that dedicated to make sure that you're using all of that other time for the other stuff that is important to you? But obviously, like, this is the gig. This is what you've always wanted to be. How do you handle trying to be a great husband, great father, like all of that stuff along with being a great ball player?
No, 100%. My wife and my kids are the most important thing to me in the world, and try and just be present wherever I am, be where my feet are. When I'm at home, I'm there with them and present with them. And when I'm at the ballpark, I'm trying to win baseball games and get better at the game of baseball. And I feel like in this game, you got to be pretty good at compartmentalizing, whether it's between home life and the field life, or whether it's between hitting and playing defense. So just trying to do that, be present where my feet are, and attack each day.
Alex Bregman is here with us on Spiegel and Holmes on The Score. I went to your press conference yesterday, and on the right side, Lawrence, you've been at these things, the right side is like all the beat writers and everybody like that. On the left side, it's sort of some media people, but it's also where friends and family are going to sit. I didn't realize, but I ended up right behind your wife and your kids, right? Mm-hmm. And so when Jed announced you immediately looked at your wife and had this beautiful smile, this great moment. I felt like I was like interloping, like I shouldn't be seeing this a little too close.
I was looking at you, actually. I was looking at
That confirms something I know. But like, so what were you thinking then? Because like, there's the analytical part of like, is this team trying to win? But also, you're putting down roots.
Yeah.
So, like, what are you thinking as you look at her and flash that smile?
No, I think it was just a cool moment. We just smiled at each other, and we knew that, like, we were super happy to be here and raise our family here and in Chicago. And even the last, like, 3-4 days of just being here, it's been awesome. It's been special just getting to talk to people and hear the excitement. And we felt just an awesome we felt like we've been embraced and been a part of this. It feels like forever just with how people have embraced us. So we're super thankful, and we're looking forward to it. Can't wait.
You have there was a picture. Did you Instagram a picture the other day of little Alex in a Cubs hat? Did I see that?
Oh, Knox, yeah.
Or was
no,
that?
That was me. Yeah, that was me.
That was
me.
you, right?
My dad did. Yeah, that was me playing. And I think I was like 6 years old. We were on the Cubs in Albuquerque, New Mexico, at Eastdale Little League.
That's it. So It was foretold at 6 years old. And we know Albuquerque, also Brian Urlacher. You watched Brian Urlacher in college, is that right?
I think that the whole state of New Mexico is Bears fans because of Brian Urlacher. So we all grew up watching the Bears. Obviously, he went to New Mexico and was a great Lobo there. So we've been watching the Bears for a while.
You going Sunday?
Yeah, we're gonna go. We're gonna go. At this point, we got to go to all of them.
Right?
Blackhawks, Bulls. We're staying. We're going to the Bears game.
You've been knocking them all down for sure. One of the things that Craig Counsell has talked to us about, and the Cubs as an organization have been about, is run prevention. Mm-hmm. When I look around you guys' infield now with you on it, that becomes a big deal. How big of a deal is that for you as a player to know that you've got some guys on that infield that can go get it?
No, it's super important. I feel like winning teams in the last decade, if you look around, like for last year, for example, the Blue Jays, we're right up there with I think it was Blue Jays and Cubs, 1-2 in defense, and both teams made a deep run into the playoffs. And it's super important controlling 90 feet. I think run prevention is probably just as important as scoring them. So I think obviously you try and get swing and miss stuff on the mound and play really good defense behind them when they don't strike out.
I heard Tommy Hotovy on our station this morning, and he said the Cubs threw the most strikes of any pitching staff in baseball. It takes confidence to throw strikes. You got to know the defense is going to do its job, right?
Darn right.
All right. So last thing I got to ask, or else I'll be texted by too many people if I don't. Have you found a synagogue yet? Are you synagogue shopping? Is that recruitment going to be as big as the ball clubs doing the recruiting?
No, we have not yet, but we definitely will here down the road for sure.
All right, cool.
For sure.
Alex, thanks so much for joining us. We truly appreciate it. Welcome to Chicago, and good luck this season.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
That is
Happy
Alex Bregman.
Thanks, Alex.
Thank you.
I agree. Yes, I agree with the people that are chanting your name right now. Not only is he an excellent baseball player, he's become an excellent talk show host. And we are happy. He's the best dressed on this show today, I'll tell you that much.
Without a doubt. I mean, he's a great guest. I don't know if you think he could host?
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty easy for Nico to host the show.
Skipped the top hat, so it could have been a fedora day for you, but you didn't go for it.
That's right. I did not. I'm not the hat guy, but it could have been today.
He is bringing top button swag today, though. That is a big thing for Spiegs, and he wears it well.
I mean, Nico has already shown himself to be a tremendous Bears correspondent, and we're wondering, maybe that will continue. Are you going to the game on Sunday? Are you going to be in town?
Absolutely, yeah. I would never miss that. With the chance to be here for a playoff game here, it's unbelievable timing, so I can't wait.
You verbalized it like a month ago.
Oh, yeah. Full bandwagon rooting just so I can show up and go to a game. Absolutely. I'm all for it.
But it's so cool. It's like, that is literally, it's one of our favorite things to see players from one team at another team's event and rooting them on. And Lawrence nailed it. Lawrence, tell them what it's like high school.
It's like the basketball team goes to check out what the football team's doing.
What it is.
The football guys go and watch volleyball. The baseball guys go and see the big cheerleading competition. It's like everyone is in it for everyone else. So seeing that play out has just been tremendous. And you know how Spiegs is. He's an emotional guy. It's getting him in the feels.
Yeah, I love that. It's all the things you want to feel. It's fun to be just a fan and think irrationally and go in emotionally and yell at the screen and do all of it. It's fun.
Yeah, I mean, so good for you. That was me yesterday. I had to ask Bregman if he had talked to you about two, because it seemed to be sort of obvious that he must have, but he didn't. So, I mean, look, now you've talked to Alex. He told us that you guys were hitting today a little bit together, right? That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. I think the Friday morning of CubsCon is a fun day when, people go and, they get a lift in and hit a little bit, but it's really just an excuse to chop it up and hang out a little bit for new players, see the facility, and hit a little bit in the cages and just got those conversations going. It was a good time.
Yeah, he said that you actually have some similar things in your swings and your profiles. Is that true?
Maybe. I mean, he's a guy that I've always, really looked up to offensively. He's obviously an infielder who makes a ton of contacts, but is able to get to his power and really do everything well as a hitter. And so someone I've watched for a long, long time, and cool to be able to share a cage with now.
Yeah. One more thing on that, just because Alex asked Jed for reports on the players, so he would know what people are about, which was kind of interesting. Are you guys open to conversations with a new guy, with a vet like that? You were last year with Justin Turner, right?
Yeah, I mean, JT was one of my favorite players ever to watch, and from afar, then to share a cage with him was really cool. I think part of being a good teammate is knowing what other people are thinking about and going through, and it makes when you're watching the other 30 at bats in the game, you're watching other guys with a little more purpose and intent. It means a lot.
So what did you think when you found out that he was signed?
Obviously you think of what he brings to the field and everything he does as a player, but you think about what it means for the organization and the message it sends to all of us of just, we're really about it. We're taking this thing to the next level, and a level of commitment that, it's so exciting as players. It's everything that you want to have the opportunity to compete at the highest level, and he definitely helps us do that.
Yeah, I mean, that's undeniable, right?
For
you
sure.
sign a dude like that, you're going for it. That feels nice.
100%. I mean, he's played, 100-plus postseason games, and he's done it at the highest levels, and he's chosen to do that here, and it's really exciting.
Do you think, is there any part of you that thinks, well, what does this mean for me in my particular situation with 1 year left on the deal? Do you think about that stuff?
I think it sets us up to have the best roster that we can going into this year, and that's the exciting part. I mean, I think anytime you get caught up too far in advance, you're missing out on the opportunities for some pretty cool things around you, and I think this year has some opportunities for incredible things, and there are a lot of us that are in our last year of our deals, but that also creates a cool sense of urgency, and we've played together as a group for a while and take it to the next level.
Losing in a playoff series is obviously emotionally hurtful, right? You have to work through it. What are the things that you allowed yourself to hurt from with it, and what are the things where you're like, hey, we're on the right path to get us back there and maybe to get beyond it?
Yeah, I think when you're immediately fresh out of a season and playoff series like that, it's easy to feel the negative more so. I think that's okay. I think that's also a motivating and important emotion. But there was also a lot of positive things, and I think it's important to acknowledge both. And I think every year we always try to do was the season a success kind of thing. And
yeah.
Ultimately, it wasn't, but I do appreciate the arc that this team and organization is on, and I think we're in a great place to go beyond that now.
Man, I can't call that season not a success. There's no way that I can from the experience. Wrigley was alive again in the summer and the fall.
Yeah, it was great.
Like it hadn't been for a long time. You felt it, man, and those 2 home playoff games were just remarkable. I'm glad we lived through it.
Yeah, winning a playoff series at home against a really great team.
You're right. I said 2 games. I was thinking the Brewers games, but you won the series before.
Yeah, and it was an incredible taste of it, right? And there was a healthy amount of success, but also that bitterness that I think combines to create a really powerful dynamic into this year.
What's it like to be through a whole bunch of these? Do you still feel the same coming to the Cubs convention at this point in your career?
Yeah, it's a nice check-in. You've been working on whatever you've been doing by yourself for the whole offseason, and then show up here, you see all the faces again, you feel the energy from the crowd, you remember what you're a part of or reminded of that, and I think it's a nice little boost into the last couple weeks before spring training. It's super uplifting.
Well, Nico, we got to let you go, man.
We do?
Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
That was quick.
We do.
Yeah, I got one more quickie. I believe that you are in a sweet spot for signing the rare second extension with a team, because your value is a unique one, which you have talked about in terms of how you get to your value without necessarily the power. So it's not necessarily a bank-breaking value. and they know that, and you're smart, and you know stuff, and you are beloved. Look at these credits.
Speegs, land the plane. The manager of the Cubs is right over our shoulder.
Do you? I believe that is something that is possible. Have you thought about that?
Yeah,
is it possible?
I'm pretty open with you guys. Extension talks is not going to be something I'm open about. But I appreciate you having my back through everything,
100%.
through trade stuff, and I love playing in Chicago. I absolutely do, and this weekend's a great reminder of a lot of those things.
I got a pitchfork and everything.
Yeah, the pitchfork's ready.
Nico, thanks so much as always, man. We appreciate you, and the listeners love you. So thanks for being the guy that you've been. Oh, they want me to give you a Score Better Best T-shirt.
See what we did there?
See?
We are
Let's
never
go.
afraid to co-opt.
104 the score.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, how about it?
See? Now that's a man that's going to be a talk show host someday. That is Nico Hoerner. We are getting ready to talk with Craig Counsell.
So, would you have to green light a weekly Bregman? Does that get to your desk?
No.
Among the things that get there?
Absolutely not.
No?
No, absolutely
All
not.
right, cool. But he's a good talker, man. He's like a thoughtful dude, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you get him talking baseball, it ain't going to stop. He can talk some baseball.
Yeah, I was talking to his agent. I believe it's Scott Boras is the way
That's
you
it.
pronounce that?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's it.
Yeah, I've heard that guy's name before. But he said he said him and J.D. Martinez. Those are the two guys he's had in terms of being a savant. His word, being a savant and helping out players. Does that track with what you've heard?
Yeah, absolutely. I think he sees the game at a very deep level for sure, and doing it as a player, right? It's just and still playing and being successful playing. That's the hard part about it, and that's what's really incredible about it. But it's from like he genuinely just loves the game and experiences the game and wants to have conversations about the game, and that part's very real and it's very authentic.
How much does stuff like that matter? Like the soft scouting stuff of having someone in your clubhouse that has seen a lot, been through a lot, and what can they add in that way into your club?
It matters when you impact the other players in a good way, right? And I think there's always talk of that, but I think Alex he's done it. I think you just have a lot of examples of it. Then you have a lot of testimonials from like it happening, right? And that's what's different.
So were there guys in Houston specifically? I know a Boston guy. I heard that Roman Anthony is somebody who loved interacting with Alex, and he kind of helped a lot with the swing. Were there Houston guys, too, you'd heard about?
Well, I think in Houston, if you just look at like kind of the arc of his career, he came up kind of as they were getting good, and he was a young player, like on their early kind of run, on that early run that they had. And he learned Spanish because he understood it was Correa, it was Altuve, and he needed to be a part of that, right? And he needed to connect with them. And I think like that's just it's a simple thing, but it's a big thing. It really is. And it just tells you a lot and tells you what was important to him.
Well, those kind of connectors. I mean, usually it's a Latin player who's really good with English.
Right.
It's pretty rare to have
It is.
like this, the inverse.
That's really
right?
rare. That's exactly right.
So when you guys talked as an organization about bringing him in, since we talked about the soft part of it, now let's talk about what he actually brings to your team. What are the things that you like about him that immediately makes you better?
Yeah, I mean, I think he fits kind of like the Wrigley thing that was important to us last year is just making contact, making a little more contact. And I mean, that's something he controls the strike zone exceptionally well, makes a ton of contact. Those skills very much play kind of as you get into the playoff season for sure. Those are huge, very important skills during playoff season. Very good defender. I mean, we really think we're putting a defense on the field as good as there is in the league. One of the better defenses that's really been put on the field in baseball in recent years. So that's a really important part of this thing. So those two things are the main thing. I mean, his offensive profile is something that makes a lineup just really difficult with contact and things like that.
Fun to think about the defensive options. Like, have you allowed yourself to start to think about that? Give Matt Shaw an outfield glove, maybe, just as options?
No, I mean, I think that's going to happen, right? And I think, I have a lot of confidence that Matt can succeed in that and do that well.
But Alex can play second in a pinch, and Nico can play short, as you know, right?
Yeah, I mean, Nico's ability at shortstop is important, and we were fortunate last year, frankly, that we didn't have a lot of things happen, and we didn't get pushed into a lot of injury situations or at the same time specifically. And I think Matt's going to. I think Jed said it well during Alex's press conference. This is what Chris Bryant did. This is what Javi Baez did. That's part of having a good team, is some guys that can move around.
You did this as a player, right? Like, you played a little bit of everywhere as well. So
just when the guys were hungover, they put me in. Yeah.
they would put you out there.
Yeah.
Was there a signal? Like, was it like, hey, did they do the fake drink thing? Like,
it was that, or I played somebody put me in for defense when Ryan Braun played third base and he couldn't play third base, things like that.
So what do you have to keep in mind if you're going to be the person that fills in a couple different spots? What's important to make sure you get done on a daily basis, on a weekly basis?
Well, I think we're going to introduce Matt to some outfield stuff, absolutely, and the good thing about this is that we got plenty of time. We got a full spring to do this. Really, to me, the message is like keeping things simple. We're going to go through a lot of like technique stuff, and then once the game starts, just go catch the ball and make stuff simple. You practice your techniques, so that in the game you just worry about running and going to catch the ball. The good thing is obviously infield to outfield a little bit easier than the other way around. I always say that. The great thing about outfield is you just got to catch the ball. In the infield, you got to catch the ball, you got to put it in your throwing hand, and then you got to make an accurate throw. You got to do three things. Outfield, it's really just one. And Matt is a very good athlete. He's made positional changes already. He'll be successful in doing this.
So in that playoff series, it was kind of obvious, and you said it. Like, Milwaukee just had a couple more guys that they could throw out there to be bulk pitchers, right? Like 4 innings, 5 innings, whatever. They just had a couple more. So here's the question. If you had Bregman and Cabrera, do you win that playoff series?
Yeah, I mean,
come on.
It's
I'm not besmirching that team and that effort.
I mean,
but two pieces
I think we're a better team. Yeah, I think we're a better team. Absolutely.
I mean, because like those pieces, it feels like they feel like it's exciting because those feel like on the nose what you guys can use.
Yeah, I think certainly Cade's injury at the end of the year was impactful, and we won a playoff series using a lot of bullpen innings, and then trying to win the next series using a lot of bullpen innings. Maybe ran out of gas a little bit. What's
the scouting report on Cabrera? What are the things that you feel like he does well and can help you with?
Yeah, I mean, look, we think it's a guy coming kind of into his prime. He's had 4-ish years of experience in the big leagues of innings. They haven't all been great. He took a big step last year, we think, and he's really in the sweet spot of kind of like moving to a new team with we think's a pretty good pitching infrastructure to take a jump forward. He is the kind of pitcher that the hitter comes back from the dugout and is like, oh man. And you see pitches on the scoreboard, and you're like, oh my God, are we going to have a chance tonight? And we need to harness that a little bit, and it's going to be a challenge. I'm sure the Marlins said the same thing, but I think in terms of experience and where he's at in his career and knowledge, room for growth, we've gotten ourselves a really exciting talent.
Yeah, he's like a darling of pitching ninja. Like, how is this 92-mile-an-hour changeup working?
You're going to see, the pitch that kind of freaks everybody out is what he calls his changeup. It's 93, 94. It's got a ton of like horizontal movement on it. It looks like a split finger at 94 miles an hour. So we've got to harness that, obviously, with the other stuff, and I think we got something pretty good.
What I hadn't realized is that he had Daniel Moskos as a pitching coach last year, former Cubs staffer,
absolutely,
and close with Tommy Hotovy, so that bodes well, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny, we asked Daniel questions probably in May starting on Cabrera about Cabrera.
Of course.
Yeah.
So when you guys have to deal with, like, it was a really crazy and adventuresome run for you guys in the playoffs, and then it ends. And you start thinking about, when do you go, okay, I've let this go, and now I'm starting to think about 2026? Is it immediate? Does it take some time to work through it? Do you beat yourself up for?
Yeah, all that. I mean, I think it's smart to kind of give yourself some space for sure, and process the season, and then, when the World Series ends, you kind of have to start moving into the next season, because that's when the player kind of movement starts picking up and starts getting real. So I try to just watch the playoffs, and when you're watching the playoffs, you're thinking about your own self in the playoffs. You can't help but you're thinking about your team in the playoffs, right? you can't help but do that. So it's not until the World Series ends that I think you turn your attention to the next team.
So the haircut looks really good.
It does,
right? Doesn't it? It looks really clean.
Oh, thank you.
Is this an off-season glow-up? Is this by design? Like, we've seen that in this town before.
Yeah. I wish I had that much sense of style and fashion and walking the blue carpet to do that for you guys. Sorry.
It's good, though.
Yeah.
It's a good look. I heard from a little birdie that your daughter put up 26 points in a win as a basketball player recently. She's a player. We know about Brady.
Yeah.
But your daughter can play some hoops, huh?
Yeah, she's a pretty good player. Yeah. I love watching her play. She actually played a game in Chicago a couple of weeks ago that was against Loyola Academy. That was a fun game to watch. They're very good. They're a very, very good team as well. So yeah, it's been fun. She's a good player, and she's had a bunch of nice games. Got a game tonight. Gonna watch it on YouTube after the game, after the event here, and looking forward to it.
That's some good fathering.
Can you get buckets, or can Craig get buckets?
She's better than I am. She's better than I ever was. No doubt about it.
You know who the best hooper is on the Score and Cubs radio air staff? You know who that is?
It's Pat Hughes.
Oh, for sure.
Monster.
So I used to score games when Pat Hughes played in a 3-on-3 men's league.
Oh, my God.
What?
Yeah. True story, yeah. I used to score the games.
When he was a Brewers
Brewers announcer, and Pat liked to shoot. I'm going to tell you that right now. I mean, he was
not
good.
shy.
I mean, he could play.
Yeah.
But he liked to shoot. There wasn't a lot of assists going on the score chart. You know what I mean? There was a lot of shots going. There was a lot of shots going up.
We used to have a boss who played with Jim Paxson, John Paxson's brother.
Yeah,
who was a
absolutely.
great player.
Yeah, at Notre Dame.
Yeah, and the Notre Dame guy, right? And they used to. His nickname was Get Back, right back, because he'd give a pass and be like, right back. That's Pat. That's Pat Hughes. That's him right back.
There you go. There you go.
Craig, what's it like to? I mean, look, we're at Cubs convention, and Cubs fans they're rabid. They're ready for the next season. But inside of here is 100% Bears fans too.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so seeing all of this play out, like Cubs convention going on the same weekend where the Bears are hosting a playoff game, what's this like for you as someone who loves sports?
Well, it's a great weekend in Chicago. I thought Breg kind of summed it up. I mean, you can just feel it happening.
Mm-hmm.
You just feel it happening, and that's. Like as a sports, that's what you love about sports, man. You love when it's like you're feeling it happen for a city.
And it was happening with you guys too. Like in October, you could feel it.
And it's also like when a team just hasn't done it for a while and they start doing it. It's just so much fun. It really is, and there's nothing better than it. And what the Bears have done, what their season has been so far has been so much fun, right, for Bears fans. So. You can feel it in the city, and that's a great place. That's a great place to be for a sports town.
Craig, as always, man, we appreciate your time. Enjoy yourself this weekend with all the fans, and I know the work starts pretty quickly with the WBC coming up. So thanks for the time, and we'll see you in Arizona and on the air.
Yeah, we're fired up to get started. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Craig.
Appreciate it.
That is Craig Counsell, the manager of your Chicago Cubs.